Good evening. Welcome to Monday, May 16th, 2022 special meeting. Tonight's meeting is for a public hearing on an increase in water rates. All of the select board is either present here or on Zoom. We have the town manager, the town clerk with us. Please stand with me and salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to dispense with all the rest of the formal order and get right to the public hearing. The public hearing is for the increase in the water rates. As I have an opening statement to be read. The purpose of tonight's hearing is to provide information concerning the proposed rate increases in the rates of customers of the Berwick Water Department and allow customers and public advocate to testify and ask questions. This hearing is being held pursuant to 35A MRSA Section 6104 and Section 7B3 of Chapter 120 of the Maine Public Utilities Commission regulations. A notice of the public hearing was published in the Seacoast Online, and individual notices were mailed to each customer of the department. After taking comments and questions from you at tonight's hearing, the department will consider those comments and will, within 30 days, be filing a formal rate schedule with the Maine Public Utilities Commission. The formal rate filing by the department may be investigated by the Public Utilities Commission in accordance with 35A MRSA Section 6104. The Maine Public Utilities Commission has taken no position and has made no determination concerning the proposed rate increase. Pursuant to 35A MRSA Section 3, a customer has a right to request additional information relating to the present and proposed rates from the department, the right to an open and fair hearing, and the right to assistance from the public advocate. Customers also have the right under 35A MRSA Section 3, 4, 7, and 8 to petition the Maine Public Utilities Commission to suspend and investigate the department's rate pursuant to 35A MRSA Section 310 if, on or before 30 days after the hearing, 15% of customers or 1,000 customers, whichever is less, file with the Town of Berwick Town Clerk and with the Public Utilities Commission, care of Administrative Director, State House Station Number 18, Augusta, Maine, 04333-0018. A petition or petitions demanding review by the PUC of the proposed rate changes. Signatures on the petitions filed pursuant to Section 7 are invalid unless accompanied by printed names and addresses of the signers. Upon request, the department will provide customers with the petition forms that include space for the signatures and the printed names and addresses of the signers. The discussion of the rate increase. The rate increase will occur in a two-step process. The first step will include a 5% increase, or $9,819, for public fire protection charges effective on July 1st, 2022. There will be no increase to metered customers at that time. The second step, effective July 1st, 2023, will include a metered customer increase of 10.20%, or $49,091, an 8.45% increase of $389 for private fire protection, and a 12.87% increase, or $26,537 for public fire protection charges. The department has not had a rate increase since 2015, and during that time, the department has been incurring continuous increases in expenses and will be adding debt to finance upgrades to the existing treatment plan. The department will also begin to collect for depreciation and to fund a capital reserve. Take it away, Mr. Town Manager.
Okay. I just want to touch upon some of the notes on some of these increases, why they're increasing. I just want to make a note that with the revenue collected to run the department and the revenues collected to pay for the operating expenses of the department, that pays for salaries, contracted services, supplies, also pays for capital improvements and contingencies and depreciation of the assets. And by state law, we're required to pay 30% of the revenues towards public fire protection. And the revenues is tied to that 30%. And that's, we went back and forth with Kathy and the department to try to figure out, because we had already budgeted a 5% increase for public fire protection, which is voted on by the voters, which is well on its way to the ballots. So that is the reason why, and it kind of works out where we're not increasing the rates this year. It gives folks a chance to work it in their budgets for next year, starting July 1, 2023. And the primary reason for the increase is the water bond that was approved by town vote recently. The bond payment and interest and fees averages out to about $52,000. With the increase of the fees, I don't have the exact number in front of me. I think is it $86,000 we're increasing when we're increasing the fire protection and the rates over the next 2 years. So you can see the chunk of it, the biggest chunk is to pay for the bond payment, which is that $1.2 million bond, which we already have received principal forgiveness for $247,000 of that. And this $1.2 million bond will be combined with $2.8 million in federal funding. And I just want to touch upon why we're upgrading the system and the upgrades that we are planning. These are the similar upgrades that Somersworth did about 15 years ago. We have the same engineer firm. Our existing filtration system, it's a microflot Trident system, and it has a harder time dealing with the variability in the water, where it's during drought or during wet seasons. So we're adding a pre-treatment process before it goes into our system. We're also working on upgrading our SCADA system, which helps to automate treatment. We're upgrading, we have a filter bag system that we're switching to lagoons. We're improving our intake from taking the water from the Salmon Falls River. And this summer, we're working on pilot testing of the pre-treatment process to make sure that it works. So I just want to emphasize, we've experimented with improvements over the past 4 or 5 years that haven't addressed the manganese system, but we're confident that based off the Somersworth experience and the recommendations of our engineer, that these are the improvements that will address the manganese issues once and for all, or at least significantly. So that's the goal. That's the reason for the bond and the federal funding that's coming in to significantly increase our water.
Any questions or comments?
Patty, do you have anything to say?
No.
Kathy, is there anything that I missed or anything we should emphasize?
I think you caught it all. You actually took a lot of my spiel, so that was good. Yeah, I mean, rates have not been increased since 7 years. Obviously, expenses are going up dramatically, and I just finished a public hearing before this, and there's another one going on tonight because everybody's sort of in the same boat with expenses, and then when you add debt on it, it certainly will add to a little bit larger increase. So, but I think the town has done a very good job in keeping their expenses as low as they can and has done a good job to start collecting for depreciation to keep its house in order.
If there are no other comments, questions, I'll close the public hearing. We have no other thing on our agenda?
James will just have to sign the, sheet.
Do we need to vote on that? Don't need that, do we? It's all already all set up.
I actually have a question for Kathy. How long do people have to request a petition?
Is that a question for me? I didn't quite hear.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's Patty, the town clerk. How long do people
Oh, hi.
have to request the petition?
They have 30 days from today.
Okay, thank you.
All this information went out too, right? The rate? Oh, okay.
What mailed to everybody? On the water, on the water.
It was, this sheet was mailed to everybody.
Okay, I remember seeing this. Okay.
The rate case is available. It says that the rate case is available for anybody to come look at for, from the day we file the informational filing,
All right.
which is 30 days prior to this hearing.
All right. I'm looking for the final motion.
I'll motion,
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn.
Second
a
the
second?
motion? Second.
We have a motion and a second. Without further discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody.
It's been a long meeting.
Good night.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yes, I will be.
Okay.